Okay, so this is the Hollywood Party Game, Act One. So if I'm ever in Hollywood, if I ever, which I think it's going to happen, but if I get some of these film projects that I want, some of these movies that I've, some of these scripts that I'm writing, and some of these film projects that I want to produce, if I can actually make that happen, then this is the game that I want to play with some of the fellow actors and actresses that I meet. Okay. So you draw a card, and then you try to decide. Then the people on your team try to guess the movie that it's from. Take 2 men and circle around to the left. I'll take the other two and go the other way. If you see it, fire. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not an escalator. Beam me up, Scotty. That was from Star Trek. I believe everything and I believe nothing. I suspect everyone and I suspect no one. I expect you're wondering why I asked you all here tonight. One of you is a murderer. She received a bimp on the head. It was shot in the dark. You boys don't look like you're from this part of the country. They're into this scissor happy beautify America thing going on around here. They're trying to make everybody look like Yul Brenner. They use rusty razor blades on the last two long hairs they brought in here. This is Captain America. I'm Billy. We're headliners, baby. Want me to blow your brains out? Why don't you get a haircut? Shoots them. That was from Easy Rider. You got it, dude. Let's not forget our extra special guest. My lovely and talented wife of Wake Up in San Francisco fame. Joe used to be my old best friend, and now Jesse is my new best friend. Now we're all three best friends living in the same house. That was from Full House. I'm afraid we're going to be a little late, Michael. We'll have to make a pit stop. Now remember, Michael, my synthesizer can run on any kind of combustible fuel. Kit, are you sure you know where you're going? That was from Knight Rider. I am a prosecutor. I am part of the business of accusing, judging, and punishing. I explore the evidence of crime and determine who is charged. I present my evidence to the jury. If they cannot find the truth, what is our hope of justice? She remembers a set of glasses she bought for the other woman sometime before. A housewarming gift. She buys another set. Her husband has a beer one night. Doesn't even comment on the glass. Now she has his fingerprints. You understand what happened had to happen. A woman's depressed with herself, with life, with her husband, and who had made it possible for her until he was bewitched by another woman. And the dream the destroyers destroyed. There must be a crime that her husband declares unsolved and is believed by all the world. Those from presumed innocent. This is the crew cut model, designed for summer wear. That's the receding hairline. This is the Ellen, you need a haircut model. What do you suggest I do with all these now? Sally, we could use this as a sketch. Ellen could bid on things and not even know. Oh, Rob. That was from the Dick Van Dyke Show. Generally, you don't see that kind of behavior in a major appliance. It's here, Ray. It's looking at me. Here he comes, via. It's slimed me. It's slimed me. Are you being troubled by strange noises in the night? Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic? Have you or your family actually seen a spook, specter, or ghost? If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Just pick up the phone and call the professionals. Those from Ghostbusters. Okay. Miss it. Ha! Miss put on this gear in 100-degree heat. Miss pushing the bus through the mud. Miss getting slammed into every other day by a huge base runner. I tell you what I miss. I'll miss the girls. And I'll miss you, Kit. Dottie, you want to go back to Oregon and make 100 babies? Great. I'm in no position to tell anyone how to live. But you'll regret it the rest of your life. Baseball is what gets inside of you. It's what lights you up. Can't deny that. It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't, everyone would do it. The hard is what makes it great. I'm Ernie Campadino. I'm a baseball scout. I saw you playing today. Not bad. Ever heard of Walter Harvey? Makes Harvey bars? He started a girls' baseball league so we could make a buck. That was from A League of Their Own. Madonna was in that, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. He died as he had always lived. A private man without wealth, without property, without official title or office. He was a man who made humility and simple truth more powerful than empires and Albert Einstein added that generations to come will scarcely believe such as a one as us ever in flesh and blood walked upon this earth. Men, governments, and dignitaries all over the world have joined today to pay homage to this little brown man in his loincloth. That was from Gandhi. I didn't see that. I'm sorry, Gua, not for sale. With Gua comes such much responsibility. Can't sell them at any price. Magua, it's some Chinese word. I just call him Gizmo. Look, mister, there are 3 rules you gotta follow. Keep him out of the light. He hates bright light, especially sunlight. It will kill him. Keep him away from the water. Don't get him wet. But the most important rule, the rule you can never forget, no matter how much he cries, no matter how much he begs, never, never feed him after midnight. Those are gremlins. Okay. Amazing, isn't it? They're so pristine and white, but at the same time jagged. I'm not sure if they're there to keep the beauty inside or or to keep out the outside. Do you think this family has too much drama? I mean, last year Kim got kidnapped. Matthew got shot. You were put in jail over busing and then barely beat a murder trial. And last week, my hands started bleeding. Rome, a place where the people give just a little more than they can take. Rome, where the mayors can't hold office and the cows give birth to human calves. There were some picket fences. That was a good show. Okay. This morning I came to a startling and horrifying realization. Since your arrival at Robin's Nest, you have insidiously eroded away my sense of diligence. This guest house should be condemned. That wouldn't be right. To spend Robin's money without his authorization, would it, Higgins? Thomas, I need you to do some investigative work for my Magnum PI. What? Okay. Will you just watch the hair? You know, I work on my hair a long time, and you hit it. He hits my hair. I think you are a very good dancer. You know that 2001 Odyssey, they got a dance contest. Now I think that we could be a dynamite team together. Saturday Night Fever. Oh. This child doesn't look anything like me. I have more hair. I build 50-story skyscrapers. I assemble cities of the future. I could certainly put together a diaper. I'd like to see how I hated this movie. I wish I didn't read that because it just, if I would have, sometimes you got to read it first and see if it's something you want to read. It was from 3 Men and a Baby. That was such a stupid movie. Oh my god. Okay. No, not that one. Okay. This one's good. It's very exciting to talk to you. I feel like I know you. I've read about you, seen photos. I just can't get over the irony. You being intimately involved with the assassinations of 2 presidents. Well, the president gets approximately 1,400 threats a year, man. We have to check them all. That was from In the Line of Fire with Clint Eastwood. Okay. My job is to keep up. I carry a badge. The story that we're about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. It was Tuesday, July 22nd. My partner is Bill Gannon. My name's Friday. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That was from Dragnet. Pass me through to Dan Williams, please. We put on an APB, but he's probably back on the mainland. How stupid of you to forget your identity. Would be on your medical tag. Book him, Dano. Attempted murder, 5 counts. Those from Hawaii 5-0. You have controlled your fear. Now release your anger. Only your hatred can destroy me. Ben? Ben Kenobi? Well, I am glad to see you. Man your ships, and may the Force be with you. That was from Star Wars. It's actually not bad dialogue when you really think about it. Okay. Let's see. If that's what the law supposes, sir, then the law is an ass. If that's the eye of the law, sir, then the law is a bachelor. Nancy, my dear, we must have him brought back. If he talked, think what would happen to us. Think what would happen to Bill. It would be the gallows. Please, sir, I want some more. That was from Oliver Twist. No education, no experience, and no drive necessary. What kind of a job can that be? Oh yeah, shoe salesman. Brush the fleas off Buck's blanket. We have guests. Peg, if you want to visit someplace new, try the kitchen. That was from Married with Children. That's pretty funny stuff. Okay. It's all through. Thelma, Lou, and me. It's all through. It all comes to an end. Squash. Shazam. I'm relieved I don't have to marry you. For one thing, you're Barney's girl. And for another, that room I got in the back of the filling station's hardly big enough for me. Go ahead, Opie. It's okay. That's from Andy Griffith. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the defense in the street. All I know is first you have to get mad. So I want you to get up now. I want you to get out of your chairs and go to the window right now. I want you to go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell. You've got to say, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm a human being, goddammit. My life has value. That was from Network. My teaching internship starts tomorrow. I can't leave a whole 2 weeks without housekeeper. Angela, housekeeping is not a vacation. I mean, sure, it looks glamorous, but it's not all mopping floors and scrubbing toilets. Some of it's pretty dreary. You don't hire a housekeeper because she has a great smile and muscles. That was from Who's the Boss? I shouldn't have read that one. That was so stupid. Okay. That's damn good coffee. Cooper, you have to be fearless in this world. But there are other worlds. I got a phone call from a one-armed man named Mike. The killer's name was Bob. That was from Twin Peaks. It's been over 2 hours since we got a picture back from the television transmitter in his collar. Don't panic. Let's try to think this through with a nice, clear, cool head. Now, number one, we're chained against the wall. Number two, we're just out of reach of the bomb. Number three, when the chief comes, the bomb will blow us sky high. There's only one thing we can do. Panic. Just a minute. There's one thing you overlooked. You see, you can't leave us alone in this room, because as soon as you're gone, by the use of a brute strength, I shall be able to rip these chains from the wall in 1 minute. Would you believe it? 1 minute? Okay, how about 2 minutes? How about a week, Tuesday? Doesn't get smart. I'm not sure whether I agree with you 100% on your police work there, Lou. Yeah, I think that vehicle probably had dealer plates. Oh, yeah. Well, the little guy was kind of funny looking. I don't know, just funny looking. I couldn't really say. He wasn't circumcised. He was funny looking more than most. You, jury, she said, Shep said you'd be here at 7:30. What gives, man? We've been sitting here an hour. I don't like this dialogue. Okay, this is from Fargo. Okay. Mr. Gozo says I get $200 and break your thumb. You understand? Listen, you want to dance? You gotta pay the band. You want to borrow? You gotta pay the man. You have the talent to become a good fighter. Instead of that, you become a leg breaker for some cheap second-rate loan sharp. You're a bum. Adrian! That was from Rocky. $1 million a year? I'm beginning to like it. You'll need a good safe bank for all that money. Pass you something, Weeda. No trouble at all with his handy pop passes. This morning you had swimming up and down the cement pond like it was chasing a cavefish. That was from the Beverly Hillbillies. You are beautiful and you are unpredictable, but you're so cautious. You're determined, Beth. But you know something? You're not strong. I don't know if you're really giving. Tell me something. Do you love me? Do you really love me? Everything would have been all right if there hadn't been a mess. We can't handle mess. We need everything neat and easy. Maybe you can't love anybody so much, Buck. When Buck died, it was as if you buried all your love with him, and I don't understand that. I just don't know. Maybe it wasn't Buck. Maybe it was just you. Whatever it was, I don't know who you are and what we've been playing at. So I've been crying because I don't know if I love you anymore. And so I don't know if what I'm gonna do without that. Those are some ordinary people. What? What did you say? You know the law. Never mention that name in my presence. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? You have forgotten who you are, and so forgotten me. Look inside yourself. You are more than what you have become. You must take your place in the circle of life. That was the Lion King. You said that you and me are going to get out of this town just was. Let our hair down. Well, darling, look out, because my hair is coming down. I swear, 3 days ago, we would have never pulled a stunt like this. Just about 100 people saw you dancing cheek to cheek tonight. Who's going to believe you? God damn you. We don't live in that kind of world. That was from Thelma and Louise. Mitch? I hope you don't think us intrusive, but stability in the family is of special importance for us. Our normal requirement for a first-year associate is 2,000 hours. Not the usual 25 or 26 or 2,700. We want you to have a life outside the office. We've been investigating Bandini, Lambert, and Locke for 4 years. No lawyer has ever left the firm alive. The firm. In 1979, we started Endeavor. We flew to 4 cities. We've grown. 37 countries worldwide. The most important thing to me these days family, mine and yours. That's the good thing about an airline. It actually brings families closer together. 1971. I had the devil in me back then, but today people change, sort of. Give me back my daughter. This is what waits for the man that looks him, that took him. This is your ransom. $2 million. But this is as close as you'll ever get to it. You'll never see $1 of this money because no ransom will ever be paid for my daughter. Not one dime, not one penny. Instead, I'm offering this money as a reward for your head, dead or alive. It doesn't matter. So congratulations. You just became a $2 million lottery ticket. That was some ransom. How am I supposed to talk to her? Ellen and I don't deal with each other that way. That'll never work because it's sleazy. Hasn't it occurred to you? The campaign isn't sleazy. I love their campaign. I wish I had done their campaign. Therefore, I'll steal their campaign. It's sleazy. Gary's dead. That was in 30-something. I'm going to play quarterback in the Super Bowl, and nothing can change that because I've got it coming to me, right? They don't have a football team in heaven, so God couldn't make me first string. Max, I'm not Farnsworth. I'm Joe Pendleton. Farnsworth was murdered by his wife and private secretary. This is just a body they found for me. Those from Heaven Can Wait. You either got to cut your fingernails or stop that kind of dreaming. Come to Freddy. You want to know who Freddy Krueger was? He was a filthy murderer who killed at least 20 people in the neighborhood. People knew him. It was from A Nightmare on Elm Street. Sally, you got the ugliest smile this side of creation. Dear God. He act like he can't stand me no more. I don't think he killed my little baby girl. I heard he sold it to a preacher and his wife. I keep hoping he'll find somebody to marry. I see him looking at my little sister. She's scared, but I say, take care of you with gold's hip. Dear God, I've always... Whatever. That was from The Color Purple. We have to be inspected, Donald, to be reaccredited. The older a building gets, the more attention has to be paid to assure its eccentricities don't become liabilities. I figure if I can make it through here, I'll be a wonderful doctor. This place makes you rely on your wits, your guts, and your heart. 20 minutes ago, City Council met an emergency session and voted to give St. Eligius the necessary funds for repairs. That was from St. Elsewhere. My poor lucky rabbit's foot. It's always getting lost. First the rabbit lost it, now me. There are many reasons a single woman would come to a deserted island, perhaps to avoid income taxes. Oh, I like her already. That was from Gilligan's Island. You know, when I was 9 years old, I had kind of a rough time. A lot of people thought I was pretty mixed up. There was one person who got me through it. And thanks to him, today I am the happiest, most confident, most well adjusted person in this world. Oh, I should have read this first. Let's see. You know, Mrs. Bachman, you need a license to buy a dog or drive a car. Hell, you need a license to catch a fish. Oh, oh, okay. Cringe alert. Okay, that was from Parenthood. Okay. In the last 7 deals I've been in, there were 2.3 million stockholders that actually made a pre-tax profit of $12 billion. Takeovers are, in fact, helping to reduce the national debt. The point is, gentlemen, greed, for want of a more civilized word, is good. Greed is right. Greed clarifies, cuts through, and captures the essence of the evolutionary spirit. And greed, mark my words, will save America. Thank you. Look, Dad, I'm not a salesman. How many times I gotta tell you I'm a stockbroker? That was from Wall Street. If the weasels get their hands on me, forget it. I don't work Toontown. Everybody knows when Toon's in trouble. There's only one place to go. Valiant and Valiant. There's no justice for Toons anymore. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I really like that movie. Okay. Now look, I try to run a nice, clean, safe town here. A town where a man can sneeze and not get his brains beat out. You follow me? Why don't you tell me how you killed Mr. Colbert? And I promise you, you're going to feel a whole lot better. Virgil? What's a funny name for a black guy that comes from Philadelphia? What do they call you up there? They call me Mr. Tibbs in the heat of the night. I'm just an old guy with bad knees and a weird attachment to my pets. Oh, this one sucks. That was in Coach. Hate that show. Okay. Something wonderful is happening to me, Mama. I'm growing up. I'm becoming an actress. I went home and I dropped a little incense like I always do just to unwind a little bit. And I put on a TV set and there was this guy on the TV and he was talking about Freddie. He said that Freddie Prinze put a gun to his head and he killed himself. You know, it was an accident, man. He, he was very gifted. You know, you always laughed at him. He was very talented from fame. Okay. You guys just don't know how to deal with rednecks. He's a businessman. Now listen. He just imported this whole load of Cuban broads. They're fantastic. He's got this upstairs. He's got this room upstairs called the Pen. You can party with these Cuban dancers for $30 a piece. Anything goes. You know, Wendy, she reaches down, she unzips his fly and grabs him. And guess what? The little bastard already had a rubber on. I figure we gotta get Pee Wee laid. So I fixed him up with Wendy. That was some Porkies. I can't believe that one was in there. Okay, but one, two, three, lift. Okay, people, let's learn. An exciting case? Here's one. Guy comes in hypovolemic shock. Defibrillated 10, 15 times. We maxed out on lidocaine, added beryllium, finally shocked him back to sinus. He goes bradycardic. So I float a transvenous pacemaker. Get capture, he stops breathing. Climate into it. Carter, it's how you learn. It'll make you a better doctor. From ER. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. We gotta get closer. What is that? Swerve right, left, right, left, right, left. I know how to make Dorothy fly. It measures the intensity of tornado, how much it eats, destroys. That little encounter back there was an F2, maybe F3. I bet we see some F4s. That'd be sweet. 4 is good. A 4 would relocate your house fairly efficiently. An F5, it's like the finger of God. Only one of us has seen an F5. Those are Twister. I like the way I look. Makes me feel good. And women like me, god damn it. Only damn thing I ever been good for is loving. Women go crazy for me. That crazy Annie had to send her way. Don't be so dumb. No doctors, no cops. You ain't gonna send me to Bellevue. Once they get their hooks in you, you're dead. Don't be so goddamn dumb. Florida? If I just get to Florida, I'll be fine. I got better things to do in life than dragging around some dumb cowboy who thinks he's God's gift to women. Midnight Cowboy. Taking it off here, boss. You've got questions? You come to me. I'm Carl, the floor walker. I'm responsible for order in here. Any man don't keep order spends a night in the box. He can eat 50 eggs. Nobody ever eat 50 eggs in 1 hour. If you say he can eat 50 eggs, that he can eat 50 eggs. That's from Kool Aid Luke. Of all the wood big fires that come out, that who came and went over the years, this machine is the only one that measured up in an insane world. It was a sanest choice. My mission is to protect you. 35 years from now, you reprogram me to protect you. Hasta la vista, baby. It's from Terminator. I was fooling, silly. You need a cigarette because you used to smoke. But you quit except when you finish a book. And you have just one. And the match is to light it. And you need one glass of champagne, Dom Perignon. Paul, do you know about the early days at the Kimberley diamond mines? Do you know what they did to the natives that stole diamonds? They had to make sure they could go on working, but they also had to make sure that they could never run away. The operation was called hobbling. You're just fine. I'll take good care of you. I'm your #1 fan. That was from Misery. That was a great movie. Okay. I think you're getting more human all the time. Live long and prosper. I can't give you... Oh. I can't give you any more power. She's bonding up. That was from Star Trek. I hit back. You better get yourself a damn good lawyer. You never get that house. You understand? You'll never get that house. The red areas are hers. The yellow areas are mine. Green is neutral. The kitchen was difficult, but Barbara came up with the idea of time allotment. The War of the Roses. I could dig that, Adam. But I'm telling you, Captain Kerr, if they're hip to her, she's in serious trouble. Hayes, Cocker, and Julie, too. They're fuzz. I'd like you to meet some very cool friends of mine. This is Pete, Link, and Julie. That was from the Mod Squad. Madness and great ones must not unwatched go. The play is the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles. That's from Hamlet. So, you remained silent during a lengthy lawsuit and went along with the arrangement to frame me. But if you left there, leaving him alive, leaving both the money and the letter, then who would have killed him? Take one, but not the other. Everyone around him knew the importance of the letter, the danger of leaving such evidence. Everywhere that is, except for one man. And you came back. You killed him, took the money, but couldn't get out the gate. So you went back to the house, looked in, made sure you were not looking in so you would give yourself an alibi. Spare us any more play acting. Della, you've been my legal secretary long enough to know that's a leading question. For Perry Mason. I don't want to pull off any more miracles. I don't want to be in that room ever again. You're not dying. You're not dying. Come on, you're not dying. I can't be a full-time doctor anymore. Down the road, who knows? I'll be back in time. I'll be back. For now, I think I'll have to think of Alicia. Not going to be the center of the rest of my life. Chicago Hope. Have you heard of a drug called L-Dopa? It's for Parkinson's patients. What I believe, what I know, is that these people are alive inside. You didn't wake a thing, you woke a person from awakenings. It's affected your daughter in the temporal lobe, right here, and the lateral part of the brain. It's rare, but it does cause bizarre hallucinations. Let me tell you, confidential, Bert Dennings was found dead at the bottom of the steps with his head turned completely backwards. Mother, please, mother, make him stop. He's trying to kill me. Stay from The Exorcist. Mitch, I just wanted to tell you how proud you would have been of Holby. He went under the pier to save a man. I don't care if he's the top lifeguard in Australia. Not taking any of his crap. There's some Baywatch. Whoa. Excuse me, but I lost my first tooth in this very room. Oh, that was from Blossom. I don't deserve the medal they're going to give me tomorrow. How can they give you a medal for a war they don't even want you to fight? Some of us, not all of us, need to justify ourselves what the hell we did there. It's just about killing people, so that was. This isn't have a gimp over for dinner night, is it? Coming home. This is the crew cut model designed for summer wear. Oh, I already did this one. Okay. You don't know me, but I always try to come off being cool. Don't look like to look like I'm hustling, and there I am sitting next to you. Am I embarrassing you? Then when I saw Sandra wearing a bathing suit in that cove scene, it just popped right out and went right through the. We can sit here and bullshit the night away, but I can't have a 5-minute conversation with Beth. But I'm not going to put the blame on her. We've just got something to talk about. That was from Donna. This site also demonstrates one of the great dangers of archaeology. Not to life and limb, although that sometimes takes place. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? If you put the staff in a certain place at a certain time of the day, the sun shone through here and made a beam and came down on the floor here and gave you the exact location of the Well of Souls. Raiders of the Ark, Lost Ark. When an adult male is chasing an adult female with intent to rape, I shoot the bastard. That's my policy. When a naked man is chasing a naked woman with a butcher's knife and a hard-on, I figure he's got nothing. He's not out collecting for the Red Cross. I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I kind of lost track myself. But being this is a .44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Do you, punk? Go ahead. Make my day. That was some Dirty Harry. I don't know how now. I don't know how. Maybe I'll make my laughs work. But you're heading down the tubes, baby. Stavros, keep knocking on doors. A 38 makes a lot of noise. I smoke too much. But never on some little Kojak. I was deeply involved in deception. Oh, quiz show. Harundi versus Bakshi. I'll see to it that he never works again in this town. Well, I'm gonna die, but the hell with it. Howdy, partner. Bang, I got you. The party. Jenny, I believe that God made me for a purpose, but he also made me fast. And when I run, I feel his pleasure. Can 20th of June 1924. Dear Mom, I'm sorry you and Pa are disappointed that I should be letting the Olympic Games interfere with my shorthand, but if you are my age, with a chance to win the World Championship in Paris, you'd be just as big a fool as I am. Abraham's triumphant Keys College athlete wins blue ribbon at games. From Chariots of Fire. I suppose whoever drove you in from the station showed you the place where the killing took place. This thing's been blown all the hell out of shape. It's the Army's business. Captain, remember, you're the first colored officer most of these men have ever seen. Army expects you to set an example for the colored troops and be a credit to your race. Is that clear, Captain? The worst thing you can do in this part of the country is to pay too much attention to the death of a circumstance, soldier story. You'll save money, knock on wood, when you do what a good woodpecker should. Save for a horse or a brand new ranch when you flock to the grain grow savings branch. I'm getting bad. You better get bad, because if you ain't bad, you gonna get screwed. You bad, they don't mess with you. Harry, you and I are innocent. You know that? I know all that. Somewhere outside, the two guys that really pulled that bank shot know that too. This from Stir Crazy. Why does it always have to be on the phone? I spent I don't know how many hours lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, trying to put a face and a body on that voice. Once upon a time, there were three little girls. They were each assigned very hazardous duties. But I took them away from all that. Now they work for me. My name is Charlie. Kelly, you're going to be the first Janet, then you'll be exposed as a fraud. And Sabrina will appear as the real Janet. Jill, you don't have any homework this time. That was from Charlie's Angels. We're Antarians. We come from the planet called Antaria. About 100 centuries ago, we had an outpost here on Earth before the first upheaval. We'll just be a few old guys puddling around in that pool. Who's gonna? I guess me and your grandma are going away, David. What's important is that when we get there, get where we're going, we'll never be sick. We won't get any older. We won't ever die. We'll be going soon. Soon. And you know what? You know where we're going? Look up. Outer space. Outer space. A cocoon. George Bailey. Yes, tonight's his crucial night. We'll have to send someone down immediately. Dear George, remember, no man is a failure who has friends. Thanks for the wings, love, Clarence. That's a Christmas present from a very dear friend of mine. It's a Wonderful Life. Sorry, we're closed. Good afternoon, everybody. Folks, I have a bit of bad news that may affect all of you. I'm not going to beat around the bush, so I'm going to come right out and say it. Last call. Those are shares. I did know, Alex. Or that was in the Big Chill. Okay. All of us going to be able to see this. It's been a great funeral here. That's when you know you found somebody special. When you can comfortably share silence. Now I'm going to the bathroom, the power to my nose. Well, I think it's something like that. I'm Winston Wolfe. I solve problems. Now you got a corpse in the car, minus a head, in a garage. Take me to it. I want that trophy. Now I want to dance from Pulp Fiction. Well, so help me. I'm actually pleased to see you. You haven't changed a bit. You're just as warm and sociable as ever. Admiral, these departure orders, 12 hours. They can't be thawed. They have just finished 18 months of redesigning and refitting the ship. How in the name of hell do they expect me to have it ready in 12 hours? She needs more work. Our orders are to intercept, investigate, and take whatever action is necessary and possible. We can only hope that there's a life force aboard. that vessel that reasons as we do. Star Trek, the motion picture. I caught his show on the Isle of Crete. This guy is funny. I damn near busted a gut laughing at him. Yeah, it's a little too early for this, for being this loud. Too late. It's 0600. What does the O stand for? Oh my god, it's early. Welcome to Vietnam. The country that's more stimulating than a strong cup of cappuccino? Or okay. Good morning, Vietnam. I missed the middle part. But I can tell by the way you are enjoying yourselves, it must have been a very humorous anecdote. Dadi is just outside of Bombay. Dadi is very much in India. Yes, indeed, Dadi is indeed the gateway to India. Of the move the party. Here we are, number 17 Cherry Tree Lane. You're George Banks, and you did advertise Mary Poppins. There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to control the picture. We are controlling the picture. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. You are about to participate in great adventure. You are about to experience the mystery which reaches from the inner mind to the outer limits. Those are the outer limits. You know, you may be wrong about that. You should have called and told them that we were coming. You may be in for the shock of your life. Anybody can make a case, and a hell of a good one, against your getting married. The arguments are so obvious that nobody has to make it. You're two wonderful people who happen to have fallen in love and happen to have a pigmentation problem. You wanted to meet them. Let's go meet them. The sooner we get over it, the better. You might not meet them until dinner anyway. So guess who's coming to dinner? Yes. Hey, Miss Bunny. I wasn't planning on re-enlisting at all. I had my old job back at Wallace Fishing Field Station and all. Surprise, 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 surprise. That's from my Gomer Pyle. Remember, you screw up just this much, you'll be flying a cargo plane full of dog shit out of Hong Kong. Cougar, this is Maverick. Don't you think we've had enough fun for one day? I got to give you your dream shots. I'm going to send you up against the best. For 5 weeks, you're going up against the best fighter pilots in the world. That was from Top Gun. What life? I got no life. I'm in the dark here. I'm in the dark. Hoo-ha! I'm too old. I'm too tired. I'm too damn blind. If I were the man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this place. That's from Son of a Woman. Al Pacino was trying to do his voice. I hate this fucking movie, but I'll do it anyways, just for irony's sake. You've been together, what, 3 weeks? I know, because you take someone to the airport, it's clearly the beginning of a relationship. That's why I've never taken anyone to the airport at the beginning of a relationship. Because eventually, things move on. And you don't take people to the airport anymore. And I never wanted anyone to say to me, how come you never take me to the airport anymore? Sheldon, no. You did not have great sex with Sheldon. No, you didn't. Sheldon could do your income taxes. If you need a root canal, Sheldon's your man. But humping and pumping is not Sheldon's strong suit. It's a name. You're an animal, Sheldon. It doesn't work. What I'm saying is, and this is not a come on in any way, shape, or form, is that men and women can't be friends because the sex part always gets in the way. That was from When Harry Met Sally. Sonny, I was a Ziegfeld star when you were still sweating your way up the 50 words a minute in shorthand class. Instead of trying to hustle me, you bum. I never liked the man who... My God. Oh, that was from Funny Girl. Vengeful Turk shot an arrow into the castle carrying false news of his death. Elizabetha, believing him dead, flung herself into the river. Is this my reward for defending God's church? I renounce God. I shall rise from my own death to avenge hers with all the powers of darkness. The blood is a life, and it shall be mine. From Transylvania arose a Romanian knight of the Sacred Order of the Dragon. That was in Bram Stoker's Dracula. You think I'm crazy? You want to see crazy? Now that's a badge, and I'm a real cop. And this is a real gun. Are you telling me that you think Riggs is playing some kind of game? May I remind you that his wife of 11 years was recently killed in a car accident. The man is suicidal. Your file said you're heavy into martial arts, Tai Chi, killer stuff. I suppose we have to register you as a... That was from Lethal Weapon. I think now, looking back, we did not fight the enemy. We fought ourselves. And the enemy was in us. The war is over for me now, but it'll always be there the rest of my days. I would have lived up to what Grandpa did in the First World War and Dad in the Second. I know this is going to be the war of my generation. Let's go all the way. Let's go for it. Let's do the whole damn village. Come on, Sarge. That was from my platoon. Now be quiet and listen. An attorney's fundamental duty is to his client. To violate that privilege is to violate a trust. Not only have you exposed the firm to possible civil liability, but you've jeopardized your own career before it's even begun. Look, Teddy, I have tolerated a certain level of innuendo here because I realize you have a job to do. But you cross a line when you tell him he can't even talk to me. Right now, I need Neil talking straight, which means listening to his lawyer, not his friends, however well-intentioned they may be, for murder one. Very interesting. You bet your sweet Bippy, sack it to me, but laughing. Well, don't worry. I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do. Flip out, I'm sorry, but there is such a thing as manners. These fish have manners. In fact, they're coming with me. The fish are coming with me. Who's coming with me besides Flipper here? Show me the money. 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 It wasn't just a memo. It's a mission statement. Jerry Maguire. If Mickey's a mouse, Donald's a dog, and Pluto's a dog, that's goofy. If I could have only one food, that's easy. Pez. Cherry flavored Pez. You guys want to see a dead body? It's from Stand By Me. Hello. What do you look like? Talk loud. I can't hear you. Hey, hello, I can't hear you. Yes. A terrible presence is in there with her. So much rage. So much betrayal. Whatever's over this house was strong enough to punch a hole in this house and take your daughter away from you. He keeps Carol Ann very close to it and away from the specter of lies. To her, it is simply another child. To us, it is the beast. Now let's go get your daughter. They're here. That's from Poltergeist.